Welcome everybody. It's your boy Jalik the student. I got a very special guest. We've been working back and forth for maybe a month now. And I texted him today. He was like, sure, he can do it. So and it's raining outside. I got my man Reggie Williams, IronStone, Cane Corso, by the way of the legend, the home of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Gaye. Who else? Marvin Gaye,
Not a great came.
Kevin Durant. They don't consider that. Kevin Durant. They consider that too.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Michael Beasley, Ty Lawson, Carmelo. Well, that's not. That's Carmelo is Baltimore. That don't count, man. Yeah, he born in New York. Yeah, but he grew up in Baltimore. Yeah. You right. So what's happening, man? You got puppies on the ground right now?
Yes, sir.
So how much did your how many litters? What's your average litters you usually have?
Breedable. I try to per year. And sometimes
how many litters did she have? How many puppies did she have? I meant to say.
Well, I got a female right now. It was all like 4, 5 stuff. It was.
So she had like 4 or 5. So that's a. Do you like them like that, or you like them where it's
Manager.
Okay.
When you have a puppy, it could be unmanageable.
Oh, it can be manageable. So you like it around 5, 6. That makes sense.
So thing over there.
So can you take us back to the beginning? Like, what was you like when you was younger? Did you say, you know what, I want to be a dog breeder? Like, what got you into breeding dogs? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I got some dog breeder friends, and they be telling me all types of stories, and I'm like, I'm not sure if I can do that.
Coming up, she worked at a store. So when I was young, all types of majority dog. But she worked in the. I dealt with people as I just dealt. Hey, dog. Like I had issues, raining, like dealt with all.
Hold on. How does my microphone sound? Does it sound cool?
Yeah, yours sound like that.
Yeah, yours sound like it's going in and out. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. We might have to do it, but let me see something real quick. Okay, so you like to have litters like around 5, 6?
As far as like when my female have a litter, like maybe like 6 to 7 puppies is always good. Anything over there to be unmanageable for me. Because it's a lot of work. It may seem like it look easy, like because we always posting the good things like on the social media, but you don't get to see like all the real work that a breeder has to do if they doing it correctly. So it's way more work than what we show and put out. So I just show the good. Really, I try to walk majority of the people that follow me through like every step of everything that I do, just to give them a light or idea of what how they go of breeding dogs. So my main thing is I always try to like educate and give more information on the breed. If you look at my social media site, like you'll see a lot of educational posts that I try to put up to keep the people like educated on this particular breed, which is the Cane Corso that I'm breeding. Like my main thing is to always educate, so the Cane Corso won't be like the pit bull or whatnot. Cause you know how the pit bull is. It's like man, like they banned in Prince George's County and probably a few other states. I'm not for sure all the states, but the pit bull is banned. So I try my best and my due diligence to educate the people around me, so we won't have that issue with the Cane Corso.
Because anything on the news, it could be a Cane, it could be anything. They say anything is a pit bull. Like, so
Right.
that's good that you differentiate them like there. So what made you say, okay, I want to start breeding Cane Corsos? And when did you start?
It wasn't really that I wanted to breed. So like again, my daughter, my youngest daughter, she an animal lover. She loved the dog. So I had a partner. He was breeding the pit bulls, and I bought a pit bull, and
Mm,
we was living in Prince George's County, Maryland at the time. And this puppy, man, like at 4 or 5 months, I used to put him out back on the bricks, and he'll drag the bricks all the way to the front and be out front waiting on me. So a neighbor called, and I'm trying to keep him hidden, but he out there, he dragging bricks to the front. Like I probably could have put him in like weight putting or something. This how good the dog was. Like I'm coming home from work and he's sitting out front waiting on me on the bricks by the curve, just sitting there like, So I'm like, dags, they called, they left like a little notice on my door, like you got to get rid of the dog or you'll get fined or possibly like go to jail because of the particular breed it was, which is pit bull. So they was like, you got to get rid of the dog. So what I done was, uh, I called my cousin and she had someone that worked with her had somebody in another country. I forgot the name of the country though, but I told them they can come and get the dog, and they shipped the dog to. I'm sorry that I forgot it. It was so long ago. I forgot what country it was, but they shipped the dog out of the country. They made sure he had all his shots and all that stuff. And I think they still had that dog to the day. It might be because he old. It's been over 10 years now, so I know that dog pretty old. I don't know. I haven't kept up with him or nothing, but I did send him out. But after that, so like my daughter, she was mad or whatnot. So my wife father had a friend, and they were breeding Cane Corso, and like he like, man, my buddy got some dogs around there that you could keep in the States. So I went around there and I bought a female. We named her Jade, and that was my first one. And like Jade was just so smart. Like me and my wife had her in there. She's sleeping in the bed with us. Like she'd be at the top of the bed, and she just started getting big fast. So I like, man, she can't keep staying in the bed with us. So as I'm at work, my daughter is just working with the dog. So every day I'm coming home from work, my daughter like this, Dad, watch this. So she got the dog down in the basement. She taught her how to sit, stay. Like I mean, she trained the dog, and at this point in time, my daughter was like 7 or 8. Like she would go to YouTube.
how did she do that?
She learned on YouTube.
Wow, at 7? Wow.
7 or 8, she like, Dad, watch this. I come home from work and we'd sit down there and I'd sit on the couch and she like, just watch this. She'd make the dog sit. She'd make the dog lay. She'd go all the way to the other end of the hallway. The dog would sit there, then she'd call. I say, how you do? She said, YouTube. Like, showed me how to make the dog sit. Like, I said, Dad, these dogs smart. And it was just, it was a great bond with her and the dog. So I liked it. So I said, I'm going to get another one. I bought another one and raised them all around the
Was it
same
a girl
time.
that you bought or a boy? Because
I
you had
bought,
eight.
I
That was
bought a girl first. I
okay.
bought, I bought the girl first, and maybe like either a month. I seen someone else selling I wanted the male, and I said I wanted to get the male, so I bought a male, and and it was the same thing. My daughter trained the dog to a T. Like she was the only one outside of myself. Me and her is the only one to deal with the dogs. Like my wife and the other kids, but they help when they have to. But it was really just me and her. So we walked the dogs all through the neighborhood, through the trails. Like we found trails to walk, and it was just like I was like, man, the bond is just crazy, and like the smartness of the dog was just like unreal. So and as I'm doing all this, I'm just learning and learning, and like I'm really just, reaching out to people, trying to like find out like what else it is to the dog. Because I'm not a breeder. I really don't know, but I'm very interested in learning. So once I educated myself, and I had to go to people that bred like Akitas and other breeds of dog. Because when I first came in, but I know the Corso scene is kind of like it was different, like on the social media. Like they really didn't take to like new breeders or you trying to breed, like everything was like it was negative. So I really just went outside the box, spoke to a lot of other breeders that was willing to educate me and help me along the way. And to I found out really uh, what I should and shouldn't be doing as far as breeding. Like it was all the learning experience. It was just crazy. So it was like the experience was crazy. Um, the different things that I endured during my first few years was kind of like crazy. I experienced a lot. Even when you breeding a dog, you're gonna experience a lot of different things. But I just learned from them. I logged it down in my mental and made sure like all the stuff that didn't help me out the first time, I didn't do it the second time. So each time I just bettered the craft of what I was doing, and I raised these two dogs together. So I really like my main focus on that at this time coming in was the temperament. I just seen how the temperament was with me and my family and me and my with the dogs and my daughter. So I was like, that's crazy. So if I'm ever not home, I know for sure that these dogs naturally, not with no putting them on the sleeve and teaching them how to do all this stuff. Naturally, this dog wants to protect because how much love and attention that we showed them. And I'm talking this is without no type of like training, as far as her just teach them how to sit and stay, but no protection training at all. And they just want to protect. I mean, immediately. And there was
Mm.
like another incident, like me and my wife, she's like this, Jade, my dog, she loved me. She said, I said, man, that's my dog. I feed her every day. We going, She said, watch this. So we in the room acting like, like we fussing, like, watch this. Jade, because Jade came in the house, she got in between us. And I promise you, sir, we never, like, I never taught this dog this. She got in, but the Jade heard us like screaming. She came in, got in between us. She backed me away and stood in front of my wife and looked like, you better stop yelling at her. I was like, dang. My wife,
Wow.
I told you. I was like, that is crazy. Like,
Wow.
yeah, she came in. I forgot. A trainer told me what type of mechanism was, but she diffused it. But let me know, like if you advance, I'm gonna bite you. And I promise you, it was no type of
No
like
training.
none of that with it. It was just all natural, all just because of the love and care that you show the dog. I mean, I think every dog probably like that, but I know for sure this Cane Corso was
No,
something different.
no, every dog ain't like that.
He says not.
No, no.
Yeah,
Some dogs ain't. They not protective at all. And you had a pit bull. You probably knew that the pit bulls don't really. Most of them, some of them do, but a lot of them ain't like no Cane Corso as far as the protection aspect. They might have more prey drive and do things, and but as far as like the protection aspect, I'm not saying there's none, but they generally ain't really not really doing it like that.
yeah.
So you had Jade.
I
So
had
so,
male was Jude, and them were my beginning dogs.
so that's like your foundation.
Yeah, at that time it was my foundation. Jay, she had a lot of like dewlap, like what I'm saying. She wasn't like more like the tighter version.
You break that
Uh,
down because I don't. I'm not sure what that is. It's like
dewlap is like extra skin, like
okay,
wrinkly. She wasn't wrinkly, but she had like extra skin and stuff. Like the dog should be clean and tight. Like
extra
what I'm
skin,
saying.
like,
Oh,
extra
say that
skin
again.
like a mastiff.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Like almost Neapolitan. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Corsos here in America got a good and nasty history with it. So me coming in, I'm really not like known and stuff like that. So I just like they said it's Connie Corso, I'm buying a dog and I'm happy with it. Jay was a great, awesome dog. Her puppies, like she gave me such great puppies with those two. I like on a social media site, like on Facebook, like the Italians and stuff was reaching out, like, man, what's the bloodlines behind your dog? Like, Reggie, you doing a good job. Like your dogs look like our old dogs from back in the day. So when they telling me this, I felt good. Like I felt the confidence, like, dang, at least I'm doing something right. But still, it was all a learning experience. Like I wasn't getting the consistency in my dog that I wanted because the dogs wasn't related. Like those two wasn't related nowhere. So as I'm learning more about the Italian lines now. I get in contact, or the lady from Romania get in contact with me. So how we talk about importing dogs to America, she was importing dogs from Italy to Romania.
She
She was doing that. She said, I see this post that you put up about it was a particular dog, and it was a Cane Corso, and like he was kind of like herding the cows, like making the cows go in like the fence and all that. Like I said, Dad, Corso's doing that, and she said, Yeah, well, She said I got this the grandson to that particular dog that's doing that. She said I got a letter with him. I was like, wow. I said, that's nice. So that particular line, I said, so what's the name of the line? It was called Capano or Bocce. Bocce is the breeder. He's still living. He been breeding the dogs in Italy for like 50, 55 years. I got a relationship with him uh, somewhat. Like he can't speak English, but he got others around him that can, like through like the text messages. Like I FaceTime with them on like Messenger app and stuff like that. Like they be trying to get them dogs over here, but like a lot of that stuff has changed now. But but to get back to the point, I got to learning like particular lines that really like been like work, like far as protection or far as like just like farm type dogs. So like they helping out on the farm, they helping the farm out and all aspects of it, like
Livestock Guardian work, like
livestock
oh
guardian.
wow.
Yeah, so I said, "Dang, that's a great line because it's like renowned. Like they pretty much they do everything. You know what I'm saying?" So I'm like, "Dang, they pet, they lovable. They want to be lap dog. They like now like even that line is so good. I'm still breeding on them particular lines now that I imported in. So like now to come like I skipped up a little bit, but now off that line, like where I am now in life, like far as like I didn't move from where I was. Like now, like me and my wife, we got a house like in the country type, like we on like acres, like 3.5 acres. I have no fence. I let my dogs out. Like we have no fence.
Mm.
They stay around here. They stay with me. Like I mean they'll roam through the woods, but they don't leave. Like they protect they property. Like I got the male dog I got from Romania. His name is Ghost. What I notice about him, like when I let him out sometimes, like he'll come out, he'll mark all the trees, and he'll just do it like a perimeter.
Mm.
I say, Dang, that's crazy. I mean, it's just like he just know his surroundings. He'll do it like a perimeter, and they'll stay within this in my area. Like when I first moved in, like both of the imports they ran off because they was chasing the fox. Like that prey drive is crazy
Oh,
too.
so they got okay. I was gonna get into that. Okay, okay.
The prey drive is very crazy. Like they catch dogs.
Mm.
So like when so they'll try to get out and whatever they hunt or if you hunt they trying to catch it for you like they'll catch it and they supposed to like like grip them by the neck and like really like kind of like put them down so you can come and like get them like they really don't supposed to like maul them all out and you know what I'm saying they just catch and hold for you until you get there and then whatever you do. Uh, I mean I haven't went hunting with them yet and I'm sorry, I know I'm jumping around, but it's so much with that line. It's just crazy. I'm just glad I ran into it. I'm glad that I'm building my particular dogs off that line. Um,
You would say would you say that's one of the best lines you would think worldwide? And you say they based in Italy or Romania?
it's an Italian line. The breeder is in Italy.
Okay.
As we talk about importing dogs in, she do the same thing. She imported in from Italy to Romania. This lady, man,
Okay, okay, okay.
she speaks 6 to 7 different languages. She cool. Like she helped me out a lot too. Her name is Anka. Just right now, like like far as like importing dogs in, it's different right now. Like it's not like how it was when I first began. It was like pretty like sweet. Like you can go and you can get the dogs in. They want you to wait now like 6 months. They get a dog I'd be 6 to 7 months. So now the price of the shipping will be more because they go off the weight. So if it's more, then you got to pay more. So you better off just trying to get a dog that's pregnant and shipped over like that, like a grown dog. Like if you buy a dog that's pregnant, like which was my next move, but I didn't see none of the dogs that I would have went with, so I was just waiting. But I'm just gonna build off of what I have now. I got some American dog in there. And I put that in there just to have best of both worlds. So Italian with the American. The American dog just give you the Italian dogs just a little bit more girth, like far as bone structure and stuff like that. Head, like sometimes like the dog head from over there is not as like broad as the heads that we have here in United States. But when you breed both of them dogs together, man, you get some beautiful dogs. The dog in the picture with me behind you,
Yeah.
she turned out both her parents are from the imports. She was from my first day that I had with those guys, and she turned out beautiful. But
So
I got her son with me. I sent her to a family right now, a military family. They want to experience having puppies and stuff like that. So I do stuff like that to try to give people like an idea of like how it really is, what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I talk to all my peoples, my clients and stuff. And if you want to like I let them deal with her because she has the best temperament. She very like family oriented, and she gets a. Only thing she don't like is other dogs outside her pack. If you're not in her pack, like
that's good.
she's offended.
That's a good thing
Yeah,
because
yeah, for sure.
where I'm from, it be so many stray dogs or coyotes, spirits, it's all types of stuff. So that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got coyotes here too.
So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you at this stage right now. When did you know that she was nice, like as a breeder? Like when you know how like say let's LeBron James probably found out
I never really knew. I knew I had great
you
intentions
got
to be a nice, but as much as I was getting into it, and the compliments and like just the conversations that I have with people from other countries that because I'm big on the Facebook, and I speak with people like man all over the world, and and they and they and they giving me my props. I felt very like accomplished about that, and not just them. I had people here like if you go to my Facebook page like the big time breeders here in America, they tagging me like Reggie, you're doing your thing. Like, and I try to do more than just breed dogs, though. I mean, I am a breeder. I'm a hobbyist. I'm not trying to have a lot of litters. I don't want a lot of dogs. My dog count right now is six.
that's
Five now because I sent one away. So I got five dogs. Like I don't have 50, 40 dogs. I'm not breeding for the money. I work every day. I do it because just a hobby of mine, and a lot of people take to my hobby and they appreciate the dog that I do produce. So I don't have an issue with like getting rid of them. I just do it for me, and most of my dogs I definitely keep. Like majority of the dogs that I have on my land now. So if I got five dogs or six dogs, I produce three of them, and three of them was like just like the parents and a female that I got from my partner a while back, and that's made that part of like my program. Like my two beginning dogs is not even like I'm not even breeding on that stock anymore because I like it was good, but I just wanted to be better. You know what I'm saying? So I went outside the box and did the import thing, and it's been a great journey. Since the import though, it's been a heck of a journey. I'd say that. I don't. I still learn every day. I don't think I'm a know it all. I'm always open to listen to what everybody has to say, and so, like sometimes I just take it. I take heed to it. If I like it, you know what I'm saying. I put it in my mental, and if not, I just dismiss it. Like I don't really have time to be sitting on there and keep arguing about no dog and this, that, and the third. Like I got a lot of other stuff, like real life stuff going on. I mean, I enjoy the dogs. I got kids. I got grandbabies and stuff. I try to like. I got like it gotta be even. You gotta level all that out. I'm married, I work, all that. So everything has to be leveled out. So I try to give each thing or everyone, like my family enough time, my dogs enough time, my business enough time to make it equal. So I really don't have time just to be sitting on the Facebook or the Instagram. I do still do it, but it's like it's time. Like yeah, you gotta it has you gotta have some form of what I'm gonna call it,
Balance.
balance. Correct. You
Yeah.
gotta have some form of balance with it because if not, man, like all your stuff will go downhill. I mean, I take pride into what I do. Like even been like you know what I'm saying. Like I say, we've been here 3 years now. Like I got platforms built. All my dogs got cages. I got a whole whelping house up there that I got decked out on the inside, like floors, walls, rooms. I bought a shed and turned my shed into a whelping house. So now I don't have to like whelp my dogs inside the house because I used to whelp them in the basement and then like as they get older, like that smell used to rise. Like so if I'm at work, they down in the whelping box, they using the bathroom and stuff like that. I gotta come home and clean. Like now, they just got their own situation. Like it's not interfering with the people in my house. Like they don't gotta smell the dog stuff and stuff like that. So I just I take pride in what I do and then try to keep it going. Like, but my family they do help me out a lot. Like when me and my wife go out of town or something like that, my kids they go back there and help. My youngest daughter, she just the key to all of it though for me. So without her, man, it'd be crazy. So I'm just glad I've raised her in it. So long as I've been dealing with the Cane Corso since maybe like 2013.
Oh wow, 11 years.
Yeah, 11 years. So 2013. So and the whole time, my youngest child, she helps me out the whole way. With the
Whole
with
process.
the dog,
The
with the
whelping.
whole the dogs. Yep.
So for I I personally have a bando. So for the people that never seen a Cane Corso or doesn't understand the actual qualities and traits of a Cane Corso, can you break down like the average adult size for males and females, and what are some of the qualities temperament wise that you should expect in an ideal high quality Cane Corso?
As far as like weight and size, it will always be vary. It's gonna always vary because of different bloodlines or what people breed for. The ideal weight in the Cane Corso, I'm gonna say for a male,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them like 135, 140. And
140.
yeah, 140. And far as a female, uh, like the one in the picture, I think she was probably like 120,
Is
125.
that considered big
Yeah,
female? 120.
yeah,
So that's
120.
okay,
That's
yeah.
a nice size. So I like the female Cane Corso more as far as like the temperament. They more loving. They very like more protective.
They
I
are okay.
mean
Okay.
overprotective.
Oh,
Over
okay.
the males are too, but it seemed like the female they just it's just something about them. Like they can cut it on and off. They understand. Like it seemed like they just understand just a little bit more than the male. Yeah, everybody want the male because he's so big. He get massive. You know what I'm saying? He walking around and like it's almost like a show type of thing. So it's good for that. But like far as like the small, I feel like the females are, I ain't gonna say, they kind of like give me a little bit more like they just like as far as like the smartness in them, they just a little bit more there than the male. Like the males are great, don't you know what I'm saying? But just something as far as like the female, like the motherhood, like it's just a lot. Like
So would you
you,
say that they are less, or are Cane Corsos considered a little stubborn?
you say, are they stubborn?
Yeah, are Cane Corsos a little stubborn?
Hey, man, yes, they can be stubborn.
Or so
They can,
would you say the males are more stubborn than the females?
they don't like strangers at all. If you didn't raise the dog, and if you like you see someone with a Cane Corso, just don't walk up on the dog like trying to pat him or her or him. That dog will try to bite you, will try to take your hand off. Um, I don't think that you can rehome a adult Cane Corso.
Oh wow.
Untrustworthy. The dog might try to bite, like you know what I'm saying, like just out of because they like. I mean, it's I know it's been done before, but I wouldn't recommend it. I was telling a guy today, like, man, if I was you, I would go get you another puppy and raise them because anything you didn't raise, you may have a lot of issues with because how they temperament are. Like they family oriented. So if you raise a dog, like if I raise a dog, a grown dog, and you come, it's like, oh man, Reggie, let me get the dog, and I'm trying to the dog is not going to go. It's not like you
That's,
won't have. I know off the lines that I have, they're not going to go.
that's some of the traits. Okay. So so would you recommend if for a first time person that's gonna get a larger dog like a master dog like Cane Corso, would you recommend a female to him over a male?
Uh, it's either. I just know like my preference. I like the females. I like the females. They they it, they sweet. They build a heck of a bond with you. Like the males do too, but it's just something like with the female. Like they build a heck of a bond with you, and like the smartness of the dog. The male be pretty smart too, but it's not like I don't know. I
Cartoon.
just I just
Let me.
have a great experience with the female. I love the male too. Like I got two male. I got the import male, and I got his grandson up there. So I kept two of my own, two females and one male that I produced. His grandfather's up there. That's the one I got from Romania. The grandmother's up there. That's the one I bought from Italy. And I got a black female, and she terrible.
So you would say that they naturally aloof to strangers. They real loyal to their family. What are some other qualities that they have, or maybe some underrated qualities that a lot of people that don't know about? Because my channel like people like working dogs. So what are some like things that they can do maybe?
Man, sure. They could do anything that you train it to do. Anything that you like good boy or good girl to, once they see that you like this particular thing, or they'll give it to you all the time because they wanna impress you. They wanna please you to make you happy with them. Like it's just something about it. They love it. Like as far as like what I do for like punishment, like when I told you like the dogs ran off, how they didn't run off again. The ones that ran off, I left them in the cage and let all my other dogs out, and I done it for 3 days straight. My dogs never ran away again. So smartness is a main thing with these dogs. They understand. Like you could talk to them, and they kind of like they understand. Like it's the Corso is a different breed. So
They do
that
like
is a different breed.
search and rescue or like police work as far as narcotics.
Listen, I produced a girl. I sent her to North Carolina. The guy worked with her with sniffing out like ammo and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like bombs, ammo bombs. Like he'll put them in the yard. Like he sent me videos. Like he'll send her. Like he worked with her to the point where he sent her out. She'd go out there, boom, find the bomb, sit right there, and just box for him, woof, woof, and he'd come like they that smart, like and like
Wow,
he
I ain't never
just
heard
worked with
that.
her. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so they do
I
you said
got
they could
another family
dogs.
in Boston.
Oh my
That,
fault. You
Go
said it
ahead.
before. No, I was
I
go
got
ahead.
I got another family in Baltimore. Um, they was doing the like they be doing a lot with the mount like with Malawaz and stuff
Oh,
like that. Like
sport work. Yeah. Okay.
so they put their dog in something like that. She excel like ribbon, all types of stuff. They like, man, she is so smart. Like she go find the like they doing the bike work, the trainer, like trying to be hide behind a little tent.
Oh
She
wow.
goes,
Okay. IGP. Yeah.
she does
Wow.
swimming, all that.
So you
So
produce working dogs. That's great because I see a lot of people. Not all Cane Corso breeders. I don't think producing working dog. I don't think.
a true Cane Corso will work though. Like regardless, they lap dogs, they could be all that, but they like naturally they'll work. Anything like you put them up against, like I promise you, like if you could definitely teach a dog anything. Anything like working related. If you work with the Cane Corso on it, like you're gonna get that out of them because you just showed them and like they gonna please you. I give everything I have. I put everything on it I don't care what it is.
So you already said they
Any
can
working
use them as a catch.
any working related thing files that what a dog do, they can do.
So you can say they can do catch dog. They can do protection, guardian work, sniffing bombs. So if they can do that, you can say they do search and rescue. If they can do that, then they can. I'm sure they can do search and
Definitely.
rescue. Wow.
I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure of it.
So they can do it all. That's like,
They,
yeah, that's
they,
amazing.
they, yeah. It's a great companion dog. They do anything that you put them up against. Like any task is not
Hike.
hard.
They go hiking with you.
Hiking, everything. They want to jog with you. Everything. Like the dog is just super smart, man. It is super smart. I wish like you know what I'm saying like I could spend like days back there like at a time. Like I do get out there with them like on my days off I go out there 4, 5, 6 hours. We just outside. I'm burning wood. They out there running around playing. They get the land down. Like I be feeding like raw chicken and stuff. Like I do a video. Like I put up a video. People like Reggie. I don't know how you do that. Like no fights, no none of that. Like I
Yes.
make sure I'm the alpha in the house, and what I say is goes. So they come one by one. I'm just feeding the chicken. There's no fighting, no nothing. You know how that food get involved. Your dogs want to kind of like fight over it. I get none of that.
Yeah. So that's amazing. So they got the versatility there. So where do you, like 5 years from now, where do you want your Corsos to be compared to where they at now? 2029, where you want where you want them to be at?
That was a great question. Um, I want to say like more consistent. Like I feel like I'm there with the consistency, not just far as like the color, but like the consistent, like the look, the structure, the temperament of the dog. I want all of that to match. I want you to know, like, damn, that's an ironstone dog. I want a person to know, like, that's my dog. Like, but far as like, I really just want a consistent look in all my dogs. Almost a consistent temperament. I know it's not gonna all be the same because the Corsos have different personalities. Each one is like different. Like they almost like human. Um, like they got a personality, but as far as like how I want them to be, like when they go home, which I got a text today. I sent a boy home, and for his first time, and they say he done great. He didn't use the bathroom in the house. He didn't cry. He didn't whine. Like he very confident. Like I do all types of things with my pups. Like I try to like
So you do that.
find
So
them.
you, yeah. Can you talk about that a little more? Because I think that makes a difference. Like the puppy imprint.
Yeah, imprint because I try to imprint on my dogs as well. I let the mom do her thing, but I imprint on them as well. I just try to socialize them and show them different things as far as like cap guns. I put the canes in there. I'm banging pans and slamming stuff with full to get their nerves together because all this stuff would be new to them. Even with the food that I feed and different things that I give them, I try different things and I do different stuff with them just to make sure that they almost have every type of experience before they leave. Like even far as like the kibble, the raw food. Um, just different things that I do. Like I let them outside. I walk them. I bring them outside. I let them run through the woods. Come down by the see the cars as they go past in the front yard. Like I seen. I know a trainer. He must got a friend live back here somewhere. He stopped. I had two of my puppies out one day. He pulled like, man, he pulled over, and off the brake they got the growl like, "Arr." Like I said, good puppy. Yeah, and they puppies. I
Wow.
said he started laughing. He said, yeah, Reg, you doing good, man. You doing good. I said, I appreciate it. Like, that's what you want, especially if they don't know, because people be out here stealing dogs and stuff. I mean, I don't really want them like trying to like get everyone or like try to like
You want them to have some physical
like
aggression. I feel you. You
yeah,
want them to have some suspicion. You don't want to like a Labrador. You don't want no Labrador. Everybody all friendly and everybody
right,
with everybody. No.
yeah.
So okay, we're gonna play hypotheticals, right? If I'm looking for a dog, I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
for a Mastiff. What separates, in your opinion, a Cane Corso from a Presa Canario or something like a Fila Brasileiro? I think those are Brazilian Mastiffs or English Mastiffs. What would separate your lines from them? Why would I buy yours instead of them?
I mean, I'm not too for sure. Like when I dove in with the Cane Corso, I dove in with the Cane Corso. I really didn't look too far into other dogs or how they temperament were. Like I was trying to like master what I'm doing. So far as like uh, with the Cane Corso, from experience, I know the dog is very family oriented. Far as like you really don't have to train a dog, but if you do train a dog, you will get the dog will give you 180% of everything that you're looking for. Like it's not gonna half ask you about what you want out your dog. Like if you working with them, you got to put that time in with them. If you're not working with them, you're not gonna get what you're looking for. But if you work with them and doing everything that you're supposed to be doing as an owner, enthusiast, as a breeder, or whatever you want to call yourself, you will get 180% out of that dog because at the end of the day, the dog wants to please you and wants you to be happy with him or her or or whatnot. So I just say the Corso is just a great dog in general, far as temperament and everything, far as like, because I'm big on family, so like far as
I was gonna say,
family oriented, this is the dog that you should have in your household. And with no training, he's gonna protect you. My dog's not gonna run away. He's gonna stand his ground. I'm not teaching like me personally, I'm not teaching my dogs none of that. Only thing I'm doing is bonding with them. I'm feeding them, and I'm spending quality time with them. Like all my dogs come up, they want to get like 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I'm kissing my dogs on the head. Like I mean, I just love my dogs, man.
what's
Like
up?
I sit back there and just enjoy the time with them. Like I had a heart attack, right? And my dogs knew something was wrong with me, man. Like that's how much of a bond. Like when I came home from the hospital, like they just showed me like they was very like calm with me. Like they wasn't hyper, want to jump up and play. Like they just laid back and chill. Like they made sure that I was good. I let them out the cage. They just walked up on me like they just rubbing up against my leg. They was just very calm. They knew I wasn't my normal self. I don't know if you understand. Like that was amazing to me. Like they knew something was wrong.
Cane
So
Corso,
they
like super,
catered, yeah, they catered
they super versatile. So,
absolutely.
what are some things about the Cane Corso world that you don't agree with? And it's like, say for instance, if you was the president of the Cane Corso Association, what are some things that you make sure you eliminate, and what are some things that you'll work on to make sure the breed 100 years from now can still be considered an excellent breed? Because we all seen certain breeds nowadays, they not the same. They've been kind of destroyed.
I cut out anything altering or dealing with um, the manipulation of the dog, far as like the longer muzzle. Like I would keep the dog the same as it was when it first came in. So the standard of the dog, I will not change the standard.
So the
That's
long
the
you're talking about, can you break that down? Like the long, what would be considered a long muzzle like for a Cane?
for
Look more like a Great Dane.
yeah, long or sort like even like sometimes like I don't like
Yeah.
I know people see like in the Cane Corso like it's no consistency in the breed. Like some lines gonna have consistency because these people are really breeding their dogs. Like but other than that, like you might see someone to say he got a Corso, and you be like, damn, that dog got so many different other traits of different dog in it. Like it's crazy. So like with the AKC, like my dogs are FCI and ICCF. Uh,
FCI, ICCF. Okay. Are
I,
they good?
I
Okay. Are they
never
organization?
never I never dual register my dogs AKC, and the reason because of so many politics and things they do. Like AKC, like they keep record of the breed and stuff like that, but they also do shows, and a lot of the dog shows are being manipulated by persuasion from. I'm gonna say people that have been in the breed for a long time that's showing their dogs is kind of like got a name. So if they dog in the ring and I go show my dog and I know I got a beautiful dog, I'm not gonna win because my name is not as strong as
Oh, it's politics. It's basically politics.
and all the time, the whole thing. So
Okay.
now like okay, like they've been trying to they was trying to do another tweak inside the standard. Like they was trying to tweak the standard again. Like I'm always against the tweaking. I'm against all that because if you keep tweaking this and you keep tweaking that, you're gonna lose the dog. The dog will never be the same again because you keep changing the difference in the head ratio, the muzzle, how tall or how short. Like it's just a lot of different things. And I'm not pointing out things particular. I'm
I
really
see what
just
you mean now. So it's basically whoever's winning. So if one guy is winning and he has the money to influence certain things on the background, he's the one that has the pull to say what the standard would be. Then the standard, okay,
yeah,
it's
well, they're supposed to vote about it and stuff like that. Like mainly like all like the breeders that was in for a long time that like because the dog got recognized by the AKC in 2010.
okay. That's not long. 14 years. Okay.
Yeah, so 2010 the AKC recognized the breed. Since the 2010, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't tweak the standard at least 4 times or tried to tweak it. Like they keep like, okay, we're gonna change this and change this. Like, why keep changing the dog?
It affect you if you like what you doing and you can, does it really affect you?
No, because I'm really going off of like the Italians and stuff like that. Like this is their dog, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask more questions towards them or kind of like look at what they're doing and kind of like not mimic but copy, but try to stay within uh their standard or the FCI standard because that's what they all really like going off of. It's so many different registries like it's Enchi, it's FCI, ICCF, the AKC,
Wow.
and if you go through like the ICCF is the longest Cane Corso registry here in America. The AKC came in after, but if you go look at all the standards like of those four registrations, uh, something's going to be off. Everything's not going to be like the same. So that's an issue right there within itself. Like I try to put up things like, well, if we all got to say we got the Cane Corso and we all got this standard, it should only be one standard for the breed. It shouldn't be tweaked. It shouldn't be done to that. Like that's my main issue. So if I was the president or something like that, I wouldn't tweak standards. Whatever the original standard was that FCI and like the original Corso registry in Italy said this was it. I would keep it that because that's their dog. Far as like when they showing or doing shows in the what's name, I wouldn't allow none of the breeders to be sit on the board or sit on the judge panel to
Oh,
judge it.
that's a conflict of interest. You can't do that.
They do it.
Oh, they
So
do that. Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't have none of them sit up there. I will I'll have like other people that like study the breed and study like the standard of the dog and the structure and all that of the dog. I will put them on there with like I or it might be a private one because you give other people more of a chance to win. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's all based on points, like them grand champions and all that champion stuff, which I really don't really care too much about because you could champion or grand champion any dog because it's all based on points into the end. And once you get to the end and y'all is really showing the dogs like it's me, you, and someone else, and then we all got Cane Corso, you may win because you who you got showing your dog or something like it's a whole bunch of bull crap. So like it's just like I ain't into that though. Like
I understand.
I'm taking
That makes sense. That's why your IronStone can be like cutting edge and don't have to be like the everybody
yeah,
else.
but I just like far as like that though, I try to like separate myself from like that type of thing. Like here where we at in Maryland, like we got the Cane Corso Brotherhood, like which
Are you,
is it's like a group of men and some women. We got together.
okay? So it's you and some Corso breeders.
Yeah, it's me, Dion Tough Key, which is tough enough Cane Corso.
Okay.
We got Cornell Sweetney, which is explosive kennels. Cane Corso. We have Evelyn. I don't know if Evelyn's still breeding, but I know her kennel name was like Pure Beauty. And what we do is we get together, like we have like cookouts, we do walks, and the
Wow.
main thing we is like we like when we get everybody down, like it always be a great turnout. And when everybody come, uh, what we do is we out there talking to them, educating people want to ask questions like person like and I don't care if you bought the dog from me or not. I'm trying to educate you and help you out because if I can help you, I'm putting my time in with the breed, basically trying to help the breed out. Father, like people like, oh, I can't keep the dog no more. Please don't send your dog to to your local shelter, man. I'm gonna try to find somebody, and I got a 99.9% of finding your dog a new home with somebody can deal with it, somebody that's um
That's amazing. Yeah. So you don't really
more
you don't need the
more experienced with the breed. They more experienced with the breed than anything. Like man, I had a dog I produced maybe like 5, 6 years ago, and I don't know the people like, man, we can't keep them. Like they really didn't socialize this dog and nothing. So I'm like, all right, just like don't take the dog to the pound. The dog was mean as I don't know what. I'm talking about mean. So he got here. I found the dog a house. So when they got here, so they tried to like take the dog out the van, like in a cage, and just put him in another. I said, no, take the dog out of the cage, and I want to see what's going on. So while I'm sitting there talking to them people, the dog lunged at me, like tried to like get me. Like they had to snatch the dog back. I'm like, dang, he trying to. And this is for nothing. I'm like, man, they ain't put no time, and it was kind of like embarrassing. So I asked the guy. I told the guy because he bought a shock collar. I said, man, listen, you got to put the shock collar on the dog. So the son put the shock collar on the dog. So we sitting there again. We just sitting there talking. The dog lunged at me again. I'm like, damn, the dog. He just trying to get me. He don't know me. Kind of like I guess he's like in a fearful stage. Don't really know what's going on. So the guy put the shock collar on. So the other guy that got the dog, I'm like, man, you gonna have to use the shock collar and treats to kind of like really like win this guy over. And that worked. And I said, I told him you gotta be real dominant with this one because if you don't, he gonna try to like press up on you and try to like, like intimidate you. Cause I mean, the dog was huge. He was huge. I give him like 150. He was
yeah.
solid too. Yeah, I said he was mean. I don't know. But the guy got him. The guy got him, and he had to use the shot collar. I had to use the shot collar like a month, and like trees. He said I'm the only one can deal with him. Like anybody else, like he was trying to like get him. I said, man, they did not do the right thing with the dog. Like I think they got him like doing like maybe like COVID or a little bit before, and
Okay.
they said, man, we sorry, we didn't even, like we just had him in our house. We wasn't really getting him out. We got him in the backyard. Like nobody was dealing with him.
Yeah. So he wasn't. Yeah.
I said, man,
That's,
y'all.
you do that. You do stuff for the community. That's amazing.
So I try to do like
Great.
things like that. Far as like helping people rehome dogs or get a dog into a better situation. Um, Always educating. When we do the cookouts, like all the food we giving away for free, like we come out of our pockets and we give this, like we feed the community, the people that show up, we give them food. Boy, we have a good time, almost like a family reunion. And
That's
then
what's
like we do like giveaways,
Oh
like
wow.
you'll get a ticket, like we give away collars, leashes, like special made. I we had trophies. Um,
That's what's up, man. That seems fun.
yeah, yeah,
What?
you get your dog temperament test.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, so yep. So next year we're gonna try to do something a little bit more, have it a little bit more organized. Far as like
You can get sponsors. You can get all types of people.
yeah. Like people we want to donate and stuff like that.
You can have like all types of people coming.
Yeah. I mean, we do. We had people come from all from
You can have dog. You can have like Pet Smart sponsor you. You can have all types of things.
yeah. I gotta figure out how to
All
do
part
like more.
You know what I mean? You can have them. They'll give out goodie bags. Basic stuff like for
Like,
puppies.
so we had like just like people doing that though. Goody like
Oh, okay, so you good? Yeah.
I invited a lot of like sponsors. Like just let them come out. Like I ain't charge them. I ain't want nothing. I just like come out and set up a tent, do your thing.
Oh,
Like
nice. Okay.
yeah, whatever you sell is what you sell. Like I don't need nothing. Like it's like a networking type of thing. Network. So we networking
This
and
for the people that don't know.
educate.
What area? What area? What area is this?
This is we normally have the cookout in it's called Akakeek Park East in Maryland. I think that's Prince George's County, or it could be considered Waldorf, but it's either or.
Okay.
Uh, Charles County, I meant to say. We have it out there. Like we had people come from New York, North Carolina, like all really like all over the world, just to
Pull up
like
and see where it seems. I might have to pull up.
yeah, you have a good time.
I told
You
you
have
my mom lived right by Baltimore. So
yeah.
yeah. So
So like we got a walk coming up. What's this? It's gonna be I think like in a week or two. I gotta get with the guy that organized it. But we do walks. We even go to Baltimore. We did a walk downtown Baltimore. Maybe like $50, $60 came out. The people. We got a lot of people. We done one down in Washington D.C. Um, by the monument, and people was like, "What's going on?" Like they asking questions like, "What type of dog is this?" Like, and that's the cue right there. I get to educate them, let them know like this is a great dog, this name, and I'm just giving them education on the breed, like it originated in Italy, such and such. So I'm just talking just educating and just letting
that's what's
informing
up.
people what the dog. Yeah, it'd be a good thing. It'd be a good thing.
That's
I
amazing.
enjoyed. Yeah. I enjoy doing it.
You're not just doing it for money. That makes a difference. It's like when people. It's like music. When you just rapping for money, it's different when you got that soul. And we all know that when you listen to songs, you can just tell like whatever the passion is behind what you're saying. He got off of there. Let me pause it a little bit. Wait till you get back on. Let me start the recording back in. So yeah, so you doing all that for the thing. So you said the 50, 60, you got the 50, 60 people doing the walk. That's amazing.
Yeah. A lot of people come out and show support. A lot of stuff that we was doing, like even like the so-called quote unquote the big breeders, like you never see them doing stuff like that. It's almost like I was trying to be different because it seemed like if you're not like trying to spend your money with these people, like you can't talk to them or they won't give you time. They won't even try to educate you, which is crazy because if
Yeah,
you don't educate about the breed, like you will put the breed in so much of a disarray that it'll never be able to be like fixed or something like that. So you should always want to educate and help others out. I mean, everybody not meant to be a breeder. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to get the dogs and just want to breed. Like they think it's like a get rich type. It's not like if you don't have the clientele or you haven't been putting in the real work that you should be putting in, like, I mean, it's not going to work for you. Then now you're gonna have all them dogs in someone's shelter or whatever. I don't know where the people go with it. I mean, I was want to thank for God because I like I never been in that situation. Like I always care about what I'm doing. Like I just care about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot that I got enough space too that I can keep whatever I'm trying to keep all my dogs if I have to.
Even that right there, a lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean? They won't take the dog back.
Yeah, I take my dog back, other people dogs back that I didn't even produce. Like I don't want the dog to be in a messed up situation. Well, I just ask them, just give me like 24 to 48 hours to let me find somebody to put this dog in a better situation. And most of the time I done it. I only got one of my dogs back that I placed them, but majority of the other dogs is from people that they want the dog and didn't know what to do with the dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they
that
didn't
happens.
know.
Things happen, or certain situations you could travel overseas. Anything can come up with a dog. You know, you could be moved to another country, and sometimes you just
Yeah,
can't take. It's just a lot of situations. You know, health situations.
yeah,
So
understand and those type of situations. But it's some people not they ain't in those situations. They just didn't put the time in with the
that's
dog. The dog is out of control,
where
ripping up the
they
furniture, digging holes in the wall, and holes out back. Like you got to put time in with the dog. You got to walk your dog. You got to help burn some of the energy off. You know what I'm saying? Like then everybody want a big dog, and then start to overfeed the dog. And when you overfeed your dog, you come up with more health issues and stuff like that. Like if you put too much weight on this mastiff breed, like great chance that you're going to hurt their joints, their hips, so much other stuff. And always, man, you got to make sure your breeder is breeding clean and healthy dogs because if not, you'll get so many health issues with the dog, hip dysplasia, joint dysplasia, cherry eye. Some people dogs got epilepsy seizures. If your
for real.
dog have
Oh,
seizure,
oh,
the dog will come out of the seizure, don't know who you are, and try to get you. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow.
yeah, so
So you got to bring this down. Okay. So that's yeah. I
you
didn't
got
know you
help.
were there.
Yeah.
So I got a couple more questions before we get out of here, if you don't mind. So
Oh,
as of in 2024, Reggie, what would you tell 2014 Reggie about breeding dogs? What advice would you give 2014 Reggie?
I would tell myself, if you want to breed dogs, make sure that when you do go, make sure that your dog has paperwork, the correct paperwork. Make sure that your dogs are healthy. Make sure that your dogs are related somewhere in the line, so that you can get consistency in the breed. Um, that's a lot of it right there. Just make sure that your registration is proper and correct. Make sure that your dogs are related somewhere because because consistency is always a great thing,
Mhm.
and just take your time. It's not to be rushed. Take your
Now,
time and understand what's going on.
I see a lot of your. I watched a lot of your videos that you've read on raw meat. Can you break down from your experience some of the benefits for people that's because I get a lot of people asking me. So, what are some benefits that you see in feeding your dog raw food?
The raw food, there's a whole lot with the stool. Like as far as like the stool is smaller. Like when you give them the processed stuff, like you get a lot of more stool. It's always like lots of it. With the raw, the stool it'd be like it come out real small, and then like say for instance you don't get to it right away, it'll crumble up and blow away. Like far as like the processed food, It just beat it. It's like it's almost like junk food, like far as us, like that. Like some of the kibble. You got some good brands of kibble, but the raw is always better because like if they were in the wild, that's the only thing they'll eat is a form of raw. And I give them like chicken, and I give my puppies chicken. I give the grown dogs chicken. Or I also do like liver or beef hearts. Cut that up and put it in a kibble. Um, I do a lot of different things to keep them kind of like balanced because like if you give them it seems like if you give your dog more of something, there's always a bad reaction or result to it because of just the unhealthy stuff. Same as like if you keep eating all this greasy food and all that stuff like follows us, it's almost the same difference to dogs. So I just try to do healthy regimens of raw food for them, and I always add the kibble in it to give them some of that like stuff that they're probably like missing out of that raw diet that I didn't give them or something. Because you know you're supposed to feed like a little bit of the heart, a little bit of the muscle, or a little bit of the, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's supposed to be like portioned out, and sometimes I know, like myself, I'm not about to sit there and portion it out. I got all these dogs. I will do that, but on some days I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm just being real with it. Like I'm gonna give you this chicken, or I go get the ground pork or the ground beef, and I mix that in the kibble. Add a little goat milk. I do my own little thing, and they love it. And like my dogs be more healthier, it seems to me that way than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I have less health issues. I have less like issues with my dog. Like my dogs are outside dogs, 24/7. I just like I winterize the cages in the wintertime. Fall, I top them off. I keep a lot of straw out there with them. I try to bring them in, but man, they barked and cried like they trying to get back outside so fast. As soon as I open the door, everybody ran straight cage. They're like we staying outside. They coats get thicker in the wintertime. You know, I do straw. I put the little flaps on the dog house. I wrap the dog houses with tarp. Um, I also I got the shed. Like I could put them in the shed. Like I got rooms put in, so I put one in one in the other. They're sitting there. They might bark a little bit until I come down the hill, but they're staying there until like the next day. But they like, nah. I tell them to come on now. They trying to go right back in their cage. Like I'm gonna stay out here. They do the Cane Corso do better in the cold and then in the heat.
Oh wow, okay, makes sense. Okay, so the heat tolerance,
Corso
yeah, trigger dogs.
cold, yep, they do better in the winter and then in the heat. Like in the heat time, like they subject to strokes and all types of stuff. Heat strokes, because they hate that heat. Like if I let them out, they trying to crawl under the shade, or
Yeah.
they gonna find a nice shaded spot in the woods and they gonna stay there. Always have plenty of water out there for them. Um, Sometimes I put the lemon, like I do like a little lemon. I squirt like the lemon in their mouth to keep them like it keeps them hydrated. I put
Mm,
that lemon water, or I shoot the lemon in their mouth and their tongue, and it keeps them hydrated. It's a lot of little
that's what's
tricks and
up.
trades throughout the years.
Do you recommend any supplements, or do you feed any supplements outside what their
Uh,
diet is?
Far as supplements, only supplement I'll say, okay, vitamin C. Uh, I give them 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I try to, or I just put the pill inside the same ones that we take. I put that in a water. Then I use like colostrum on the food, like the colostrum. The colostrum is a great supplement because it helps with joints, bones, structure, a lot of different things. Like if your dog like knuckling over, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the feet, like you know, their feet get webbed and spread out. Um,
Yeah.
that, that colostrum and stuff, I put that in that food, and it's what's the other stuff? but it'll tighten your dog paws back up. Like it'll be like it won't be web anymore. It'll be like a good
Wow.
solid foot.
Oh, okay.
I have to send you that. I gotta look in my books, man. Like I haven't used it in a while because my dogs like they do pretty good. Like I was feeding value pack for a while, then they had ran out. But the value pack, it was okay. The value pack, like junk food, it packs a lot of good weight on your dog. You gotta really let your dog exercise off that food right there. Um, but like what I know is like with some of my dogs, like it has spread the feed out. But when I took them off of it, I started feeding them. I do sports mix, the black bag with the raw and all that stuff. Like feet back tight, everything's good. Like boy, it looks amazing now. My boy Mozzie, he's about 14 months. Mozzie got to be every bit of like 125, 130. This bag, he is solid. He looks so yeah.
That's what's up, man. So was we
Yeah.
coming to this, so you would tell yourself more consistent. Let me see what other questions I
So
have, man. You said you would tell your 2014 Reggie to make sure you line breed better.
yeah, I would start my program offline breeding. I wouldn't start it off because when you start from scatterbred dogs, like your dog is scatterbred, and which scatterbred is your dog like
It's like
nothing is related.
yeah,
The person was just breeding the dog just to be breeding the dog.
like a lot of alpha.
Sometimes yeah, sometimes you got to start like that. You can start like that, but once you start to breed the dog the correct way, you'll get more positive results out of your program. Like you'll start seeing better structure, better everything. Once you like, long as you breeding towards a great dog or a good dog, if you breed towards that dog, you'll get a lot of consistency in everything that you're looking for: type, structure, uh, eye structure, muzzle ratio structure, head, everything. You gotta have. It'll take time though. You'll never get it overnight. When you breed a dog, it's almost like you playing God or you trying to play God, and you gotta really like do your due diligence and really do your homework on what you're doing because like as you see like even like with them buddies like some of them buddies like them bullies are unhealthy, man. Like I don't want to talk about their breed, but the bullies are unhealthy. Like some of them people dogs they only living like 4, 5, 6 years tops maybe because unhealthy practices. They line breeding or they're inbreeding so much that you getting deformities that you can't see. It's seen and unseen. Like the unseen, it got a lot to do with like heart, organs, and all the inside stuff with your dog that you can't see. Like a
Wow.
lot of that stuff, and their dogs are dying fast. So if you are line breed, learn how to line breed, learn how to inbreed. Like if you go in once, make sure that you come back out. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much go in though because like I know with the Corsos like none of this stuff is like to the point of like someone told me and I don't even like the person, but I heard what he said though. He said, man, the dog's got so many different lines in it. Like you could inbreed the dog. I mean, you could probably go in like 5 to 6 times, 7 times without having any issues. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that because of the how the bloodlines are, like it's like you got so many different dogs in between that like the gene pool is wide open. Like you want to try to like tighten it up to get like the best of the best out of what you're trying to get. Like far as like with the dogs that I'm using now, for example, like I'm using like my next few breeds after these ones that I just done, like I would be at the point to where it's like all my dogs will be related some way. Like even they're gonna have all had the same father and different moms, or like even if they get don't have the same like somewhere in the line that they gonna have a related dog in there, so I can keep continue to get the structure, the temperament, and the type that I'm breeding for. So consistency. That's the main thing. Consistency in breeding is the best thing that you can have because you want all your dogs to look good. You don't want somebody to come to your house. You say you have a program and all your dogs are different and varies in type. That would just be crazy.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you didn't learn. Like for me to be in this long, it's almost you got to learn. Like you know what I'm saying. You got to learn. If you're not learning, you just in your own way. You just breeding for just because. You know what I'm saying. Like if you're not trying to better what you're doing, just stop.
Now we know certain dogs, like bigger dogs, dominant dogs. Some of them have a problem getting along with other dogs. How are Cane Corsos as far as
Raise if you could raise a
dog
Corso with.
aggressive or
I know someone that got Cane Corso. They raised their Cane Corso with rabbits. They
wow?
will protect that rabbit with his life. Whatever you raise the Cane Corso with, from a puppy up, like you won't have an issue at all. Like you got people raising they Corsos up with cows, sheep. Actually, I got a my
That's
neighbor. My neighbor, he got one from me, and he raised the dog around chickens and stuff. He keep them off the chain, and you better not go on his property. And he patrol the property. He make sure the foxes and the coyotes don't get to the chickens. Like he's doing a real job over there. And he just raised the dog with him. Not really, he didn't teach him none of this. Just raised him, and his main goal is protect these chickens.
mm, that's impressive, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Like
Impressive.
it amazed me though to even see him like that. This is crazy.
That's like a that's start. That's amazing when you think that they also can catch too and hunt. So that's like you. That's like amazing if you think about it to be able to hunt pigs or something, but at the same time, if they got pigs, they can protect the pigs. So that's like intelligence. That's super
Yeah,
intelligent right there.
and the dog is super smart, man. I'm quite sure any type of test that these dogs like you know how you get the trainers and they want to test your dog. Like I guarantee, I know off my lands, my dogs is going to excel to the fullest every single time. And I'm not teaching. Like only thing I'm doing is I'm just over here. I'm not on no like I'm a big trainer. I'm trying to train my dogs. Like I'm out there just putting in the time. I'm just bonding with them, taking care of them, and spending time with them. And to no avail. Like my dogs, they gonna protect me at all costs. I promise. Like you can't come in my yard think you about to do anything. They not going like that at all. I feel bad for you. Come over here playing. I told somebody. I said, listen, if you can go in there and take a puppy out of there with the mom in there, you can have the dog. Oh, I said, I'm telling you, you don't want to do that, man. They walked her up there to the what's name. I got a female named Millie. Millie looked at him and like, I say, man, I'm asking you, please do not go. She's going to get you. You gonna have to try to kill her to not get you. Like I ain't gonna mess with her. Like then she just barking at roof, roof. Like she a big girl. Millie got to be like I'm gonna get Millie like 130
Wow, for a female,
for
wow.
a female, and she is mean. I wouldn't be able to send her nowhere else. Like she one of them. Like you
Mm,
can, she gonna have to die with me because if I send her anywhere else, they gonna have a issue. And I
mm.
didn't treat her like that. She was just like that. That's one of them American Lion dogs. That's just like that. Like you know what I'm saying. She was just like that. But she looked like the Italian dogs, but she a great she a great little Cane Corso. Dion produced her. I bought her from Dion years ago, and she gave me a little now. She gave me like four puppies, three boys and one girl. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep the girl.
So, so for people that's interested in purchasing Cane Corso, what's the best way for them to reach out to you and find you for serious buyers? Because I know you probably get people that be what they call it kicking tires. They just be up in there and they don't be
No,
too serious.
I entertain everyone conversation. I talk to everyone. Like I know some people just want to like they want to talk. They reach out to me, ask little questions. Like I'm good with that. Like I could talk Cane Corso dog talk all day. Like I mean, this is what I do, so I enjoy it. Especially when I'm in the truck and I'm driving or something. You can call
Okay.
me. we could talk to dogs, like whatever. I talk to dogs. I give them information, much as information as I can on certain things that they ask, or if they need help with like far like training and stuff like that. I got a solution, or I got a someone I can recommend to them. But my main things are like Instagram. Instagram is IronStone underscore kennels. You should see that. My name will come up, Reginald Williams. And then on Facebook,
You on TikTok as
is
well?
Williams Reginald, huh?
You on TikTok as well?
I'm on TikTok too. Is that Reggie Ironstone on
Okay,
TikTok?
Reggie IronStone.
Yeah, my TikTok doing pretty good. Like my social media, like I be slowing down sometimes though, but I'm almost to the point where they want to monetize me. But I just really haven't really been pushing like too much of the content. Like sometimes I try, but like I got a box truck, so I do like the work with the trucks now. So that takes up a lot of time. I really don't have a lot of time to like
Yeah.
vlog. So when I do come home, I can though. I can still do it. I can make it work. When I come home and I let the dogs out, I gotta get me another stand. So but as I'm out there working with the dogs, I can still be on the headphones talking. I can do it. I just
So, so a person that's interested, what's the process like? Do they put a deposit down, or how does that work? And then you got the litters. How does
I
that work
um
for you for how you do?
So like when I first had the puppies, like I don't take no deposits until like the puppy almost like 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. I know they good. They eyes open now. I'm getting to work with them. Then that's when I start taking the deposits. I don't take deposits up front. I only wait till I have the puppies head on the ground. Then like as they grow and I make sure that everybody's healthy, then I start doing the deposits. And when I start doing the deposits, I'll keep you updated with pictures and videos daily if you need it. I always shoot you my address. You got to watch out for them scammers. If you reach out to a person about a Corso and they don't answer the phone, they just want to text you, it's a scam. Watch out for they just man, people out here thirsty, man. They be getting over on people. Anytime that you send a deposit for like far as my process, when you send me a deposit for your dog, I will put a collar on your dog like this is your dog. I shoot you my address. Like from the social media, I already give you my phone number off the break. Like, hey, this is my number. Call me. And then, if we get that conversation, we get to that point, then we good. Then I'll just walk you through everything. And then you can call, FaceTime, whatever you need. We can do video visits. I don't let nobody come into the dog about 5.5 weeks if they want to come and like visit the dog physically,
Okay.
because 5.5 weeks they had their first vaccine shot, and they won't be subject to too many like airborne diseases. Or not saying that people have anything, but sometimes like they travel, like they could walk. A dog could have been sick. They was just at come and get my whole litter sick. So I try to wait until they get their first round of vaccines to make sure that my dogs are healthy enough, their immune system is strong enough to fight off any infections or any airborne diseases that may come. I do a lot of different things with my dogs too. Like the puppies, I always do like preventions, coccidies and giardia prevention. Even though if they don't have it, I always do the prevention just to make sure that my dog's immune systems are good. And that stuff ain't nothing but like parasites, strong parasites. Um, I try to make sure that my dogs clear all parasites by the time they leave. At 2 weeks, I do a dewormer with the Safeguard Goat Dewormer, which is a great dewormer for dogs. I use that. Then I come back at 4 weeks and give them another one. At 6 weeks, I come back and give them one at 6 weeks in one day, 6 weeks in 2 days, 6 weeks in 3 days. I do that back to back to back on the 6 week just to guarantee and make sure that my puppies are clear of all parasites. Uh, then around like 6 weeks, I take them out. I take all my dogs to is a vet in it's called Brentwood. Brentwood out here in Maryland is Brentwood Animal Hospital where they do the cropping for the ears. I've been dealing with them for a long time.
All your puppies got ear. All their. That's the
All my
standard. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay. Because I like. Okay.
I send all my puppies with ear crops, tail dogs, two vaccine shots. I always give a 2-year life guarantee on my dogs. Um, and you get the lifetime support. Um, if you can't keep the dog after years, you can always call me. I'm gonna take the dog back at any time. Um,
Amazing, bro.
yeah, yeah. I try to be amazing with it. Or if you don't if I don't take it back, I'll place it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
find some way.
That
Like
makes
my dog's temperaments, they pretty like the import temperament dogs are. They pretty decent. Um, once I once I put the American line in there, like
So can
they
you break that down more? What you mean by temp? What you mean by that?
so the American line dogs, they temperament, they pretty like strong willed, almost like I won't say they mean, but they super protective. Like the American line dog, like they got that real strong temperament. The import dogs temperament is is mellow, but they almost like more understanding. Like they can they definitely can just understand what's really like going on. Like they're not gonna give you too much attitude if it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the times the American dog, they gonna give you that off the break. That they don't want to deal with it. No dinner. So I put them two together. I put the American with that import, and like it kind of like level out the temperament of the dog. Like I get the best temperament. I get the best. It's just different. So I get that temperament that just like renowned. Like it do everything. It's gonna protect. It's gonna lay back and it's chill. It's gonna observe and not just react. Sometimes the American line dog will react before it observes. It just want to go right at you.
Would you say that American line has more prey drive than the European lines that you bring in, or would you say that?
It's it's about the same. The prey drive is pretty decent. Like they be pretty drivey. The American line dogs are really drivey. Some of them I have seen. Like this one girl, Millie, like she got a lot of prey. Um, so my boy Mozzie, he has an import and American. He has a heck of a drive too. But Mozzie a big goofball. Like he want to play. He want to keep playing and bite, but he likes to bite a lot. Like I don't know, Mozzie. I think Mozzie will do great on the sleeve or something like that type of work with him. Like
Yeah,
he'll do.
yeah.
I'm gonna say Mozzie. He brindle too. He remind me of my first Cane Corso that I I got when I first got into it. He reminded me just of him. Like my first one didn't have the ears cropped. His ears are cropped, and he just massive and he nice. He nice. But he not super massive like when I say massive, like you could tell he's a mastiff breed, but he's not like he got a structure like you can see the tuck in his ribs and stuff like that. You could, like but he just got a heck of a structure on him. So
Wow.
that's like all my dogs are pretty much fit. They just like kind of like big boned a little bit. But I got more girls than anything.
Okay.
But
What's
all to be honest, all the dogs that I keep is a showing a prime example of what I want in my program, the consistency and the type of Cane Corso that I want in my program. Like they be true representation of what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm really basing my program off of.
Now, before we get up, is it true? Is it true that Cane Corsos come from what's this? I hear like Roman war dogs, or is that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different stories. There's a lot of different stories, but yeah, but see, back in the day, like the Corso and the Neapolitan Mastiff was the same dog.
Okay.
And this is just my opinion from the stories and from what I learned. Like even from how the Neapolitan looked back in the day, it looked like today's Cane Corso. So like one day on the forum I asked, is today's Cane Corso yesterday's Neo? Some people say yes, and some people say they had nothing to do with it. But in my opinion, of what I see, it is. It's the same exact dog. And if you ask anybody from Italy, they are the same dog. The Neo and the Cane Corso, it depends on like where you were in Italy, what they will call the dog. Like they would call the dog Neo in Napleton or whatever that is in Italy. So they was calling the dog the Neo, and and like in South Italy and stuff like that, Southern Italy, they was calling it the Cane Corso or the Cane da Pressa. So it's like different names of the same dog. And then once the registrations and all that stuff got involved, that's when you had the split. You know what I'm saying? So the wrinkly, the Corsos that had the wrinkly, a lot of more wrinkles and a lot of dewlap. Those the ones they started calling the Neapolitan Mastiff. Those ones start winning the shows. And then like the tighter skin ones, those the ones the farmers was taking in. So that's when the breed divided into two different breeds. Now they cousin breeds like the Neo and the Corso. They
Mm.
consider cousin dogs, but it's all off the same molasses dog. Uh, it was a molasses dog that like they made the Neo, the Corso, the Rottweiler, the Malazzo dog. It's the Malazzo dog. Like
So would you say? So would you say Italian Mastiff, Neapolitan Mastiff, and Cane Corso are similar, but they're not necessarily exactly the same? But or can you say they're the same? Those three.
no, back in the day they were the same. Today's Cane Corso and today's Neapolitan is not the same dog. It's two different breeds.
Mm.
You can tell by the structure. You can tell by look and type. But even is a guy that I talk to. I need to check on him. He normally send me like information about Neapolitans and stuff and the course. So he he said every time he have a Neapolitan litter, no matter how wrinkly the dogs is, all them litters he always get one Cane Corso out of the litter. I
Oh
said,
wow.
crazy. Yeah, and when he say that though, he just mean that the dog is more tighter skinned than what they want. I still believe that all that loose skin is very unhealthy. A lot of that stuff is just very unhealthy. Like you want a clean dog, you want to be able to like, cause all them wrinkles and folds and stuff cause so many infections and stuff like that. You got to do too much cleaning, like to keep that dog, you know what I'm saying, alive because them infections like, and what I noticed with the Corso, like they have more infections than anything else. Like antibiotic is the big plays a
Like
big.
when you say infections, can you break that down?
Yeah, when they get sick, like they even have like
Would you say
have
allergies?
skin infections or allergies. You can have yes, or they'll have some form of it's gonna be some like they get ear infections a lot. They get yeast like in between their feet and toes and stuff like that. Like antibiotics clean like kills all that stuff. You can't even get the antibiotic anymore. But like more than anything, my oldest female, her stomach flipped. Like sometimes they like to eat real fast. Like I know how to flip it back. I didn't catch it in time. I flipped it one time back just by using like the Pepto Bismol tablets, put them in her mouth, make her chew them, and it flip her stomach back.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
And that's a great dog, man. See,
You got veterinarian skills too, bro. Okay.
better because that veterinarian will be eating all your money up, man. You got to learn how to be a veterinarian, take care of your dogs. You got to learn how. You got to learn all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. As
But
a
like, I normally I take my dogs to the vet. Like anytime you have, I've been dealing with them for since like 13. So anytime I take my dog to the vet, I'm in there and I'm paying attention, I'm listening and trying to get an understanding of what's going on. And I just learn from it. Like then once you like you will get into it and you'll learn how to get like certain things to help. But if it's something that you don't understand, yes, please take your dog to the vet. But like little things like the giardia and the all that stuff, like you should be able to learn how to kill it yourself, the coccidias and things of that nature. You should always learn how to take care of that yourself. I mean, you can kill all that by just keeping your whelping box clean, uh, 10% bleach, 90% water, spraying them down, cleaning it, make sure you clean all that out, put new bedding and stuff in frequently when you have puppies, um, stuff like that. That to make sure that you don't get those type of issues. But they occur when they do pop up sometimes, because sometimes you can still do all that and it still come. You just got to learn how to get rid of it. You know, sometimes you don't have to take your dog to the vet. I always tell my people to get dog with me, call me back and let me know what's going on, and I'm gonna help you out as much as possible. If that don't work, then we need to go to the vet. But most majority of the things that I do, like all my little dog mastic, is pretty much work.
one final question before we get out of here. How do you deal with kennel blindness?
You gotta have some real friends around you, man. They gotta let you know when their dogs are trash. they gotta but you gotta know when your dogs are trash too though. Like you can't just be thinking like, okay, like you gotta be honest with yourself. Be very honest with yourself. Like that kennel blindness is a horrible thing, and some people cannot get over it. They swear their dogs is number one, and that stuff be trash. Like you got to understand when to hold them and when to fold them. You got to understand it because if not, like your program will be stuck in position. Like you got to understand. Like my man say, man, Reggie. He said, man, I just seen. He said, man, you be getting rid of a lot of dogs sometimes. They just don't fit. They don't fit the criteria of what I'm looking for. And I put them like I'm not just like I put them in a better situation, a pet situation. Like they didn't fit what I was trying to do. Like okay, I'm gonna send them over here with it like that, and and I start over. Or I wait till I have another litter, or I do a breeding, and most of my breedings are planned. Like I'm not just breeding my dogs or this dog just because I got them. All my breedings be planned. Like I got a goal in mind that I'm trying to accomplish with the breedings I do, and I'll be looking for like certain things inside the dogs. Like I got two litters up there. I show a little bit, but I don't really show because I'm in here. I'm trying to see what's going on. So what I'm about to keep. I'm
That's
going
what's
to
up, man.
I'm going to keep every litter. I keep at least one or two dogs.
That's it, man. That's a that's amazing. I appreciate you taking all of your time to
Man,
spend with us, man. We gotta maybe
we
in the
can definitely do it again. I wasn't really prepared for it. Like I've been working all day, man. But I
all
just
my questions. You done good, man. And we'll do it in a month or so. We'll do a part two. But this is great, man. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
well, I appreciate you having me on. Definitely, if you wanna if you wanna any of your subscribers want to talk to me about the Cane Corso, they interested, always reach out to me on Facebook at Williams Reginald, or you could type in Reggie IronStone. It'll pop up. Instagram IronStone underscore Kendalls, and on
TikTok
it's Reggie IronStone. Yes, sir. And them really basically the only three that I'm really like working with.
and on YouTube. I already put it up there on YouTube. Ironstone Cane Corso on YouTube.
It's called IronStone Cane Corsos in the Den.
You say that again?
IronStone Cane Corsos in the Den.
And then okay, because I
The
already
Den.
subscribed to you. Yeah, I already subscribed to you. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So I try to I'll put up I'll put up more videos on there. I'm gonna start like vlogging with when I go over the road. I'm gonna take one dog with me every time I go, and I'm gonna start doing videos like that. I'm gonna keep a dog with me, take one with me.
Cane Corso was like, I would say Cane Corso was probably the most popular mastiff breed in the world. I would say, right?
It's probably one of them. I think all of them. I think each breed has a community of folks that really enjoy the dog.
Popularity, like, popularity, like, it's probably one of the highest. Probably,
They are.
not saying it's like comparison. I'm just saying popularity. If you say the most popular breed, it's probably gonna be like a Labrador Retriever, Frenchie, Golden Retriever. Those are probably the most popular breeds. So as far as mastiff breeds, we gonna have to say Cane Corso is probably the most popular.
Yeah, I give you that. Yep, I say that. Because
Okay.
some of them do look. They turn out look so good, man. And then but the only thing with that, people not line breeding. So you might do it. They scatter breed. Like next day, I keep saying that. So out of scatter breed, you might do put these two dogs together. You might do come up with a great dog, but would you be able to produce it again? And the only way you'll be able to produce it again is you're gonna have to build off of that one dog that you produced that was great, that looks real good. You have to breed off of him and produce off of him and build off of that gene to build it up to make a more of him or her. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine because that's what everybody had to do. That's a great thing. So you have to build off of that, but you got to learn and know what you're doing to even accomplish those goals. If not, you're gonna be just stuck in position.
Nice.
That was a little gem I just want to drop though right there. Yep.
Yeah, we have to do a part 2 like real soon, man. But I appreciate you, man, for taking your time. And he done it the same day, so I really appreciate it. I didn't even think he was gonna do it. I was like, I didn't think he was gonna.
I know we talked.
Yeah, you already said yeah.
So I mean, it was a good thing. Like I mean, I do want to start back talking about the dogs more and getting more back into my dog stuff. Like I gotta be level. I gotta be like more on it. Like I've been so focused on my truck stuff, man, that like I do enjoy talking about the dogs. I probably could have gave you a better presentation more if my mind was there. But I've been driving this truck crazy. But when you reached out, I said, man, I told him, man, I want to do the interview.
Now we'll set it up. For the part 2. We'll set it up. We'll set it up and plan it out more. And before we get it out here, guys, I'm gonna just tell you this one thing about Reggie. Listen, we kicked it before, and everybody know I'm big on the raw, and I'm a student. Well, you see, Jalik the student, right? And he already said the importance of being a student. And you already know, I already like raw. And a lot of times people be like, it's too expensive, and this, and this. He gave me some gems, and I'm already using it. Restaurant Depot. And all this time, I got a business. Yeah. And he already gave me something that's already helping me. Restaurant Depot to get your food. So shout out to Reggie Williams. The man is true to his word, and I'm already using his advice. Because in order, like he said, in order to grow and to expand, you got to be a student. And I'm already using some gems that he gave me. And I'm big on the raw food. So there you have it, guys, man. And once again, man, Reggie Williams, like I said, I really appreciate it. When the timing, we're going to set it up. We're going to do a part 2 to get even deeper into the Cane Corso line for all those people out there. And once again, man, I really appreciate you.
I thank you for having me, man. Sure.
Yeah.
Get more in depth and talk about some real issues inside the breed, and we can go from there.
Exactly, man. I appreciate it, man.
All right, but thanks for having me, man. You have a great night.
Anytime.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Peace.